Hey YouTube, it's been a while since I made a video. A very long while. I'm trying to remember the last time I made one. It's been a few years. But I wanted to make this video because I had lap band surgery September 22nd of 2009. And it was extremely successful, at least in my mind. At my highest weight, I was 297 pounds prior to having the lap band surgery. On the day of surgery, and I'm trying to remember correctly, I was about 282, 283. And my lowest weight, which was in May of 2013, was 197 pounds. So I lost about 100 pounds total. So it was actually, very, very successful. And, it took a while. I lost the most weight in the first 6 months. I probably in the first 6 months lost about 60 pounds. And then the other 40 pounds came off in the next year and a half or so. Or the next, probably like 2 years. So it definitely took, some time to get to that 100, mark, but I got there. And I hovered, sorry, I'm driving home, and my phone is on a stand, but I hovered around probably 220, 225 for the majority of that time. So I stayed about 225 for probably close to 2 years or so. And then, I lost the last 25, 30 pounds in that last probably about year. So I say all that to say that the lap band, for what it's worth, during the time worked. It definitely worked and did what it was supposed to do. Fast forward to 2014. I started having, probably the latter part of 2013, I started having a lot of issues with acid reflux, which is one of the things that having the lap band was supposed to cure. And for the first 4 years, it did. I didn't have any issues with acid reflux or, commonly heartburn, and no issues whatsoever with pretty much anything. So I started having acid reflux really bad. It started out slowly, then it got worse over the years, over the months. And then finally in February of 2014, January, February, I really couldn't take it anymore. So I went to go see a bariatric surgeon, and he did an upper GI. And basically, if you've never had an upper GI, it's where you go into the hospital or an outpatient facility, and they have you drink this really thick, chalky white liquid, which basically coats your upper intestinal tract. And then they go and they do a series of x-rays and things to see whether or not there's a blockage or if things are moving properly the way that they're supposed to, so on and so forth. So as a result of that upper GI, they found out that my band had slipped. And so that was what was causing the heartburn. So I went in, I had my band completely loosened. Like, they took out all the fluid, and was told that hopefully that would help to, maybe the band would move back into place on its own. That was, I think, on like a Thursday or Friday. That Monday, I woke up and I was just very uncomfortable and a lot of discomfort, a lot of pain. And I called the surgeon that morning, and he said, well, get over to the emergency room immediately. And so I was obviously very, very concerned. And so, he said to me that the band had to come out, that upon further review, they realized that the band had slipped beyond self-repair and that it was actually eroding. So it had to come out. So that was February. Was it February? It was either the end of February, beginning of March of 2014. So they took the band out. Now, after they took the band out, I literally gained, I went to Vegas in Oh, wait a minute. When did I go? Oh gosh, I don't remember. I want to say within the first couple of months, I want to say it was like in April, I had gained back 40 pounds. And by July of that year, I had gained close to 60 pounds. Now, remember, I was 197 at my lowest, and when they removed the band, I was about 214. So I did gain back some of the weight. So I am now today about 270. So I gained back all of the weight. Well, not all of it, but a vast majority of it. So I gained back all this weight literally, like I said, about 4 or 5 months after the band was removed. So, and it seems almost impossible. And I think back to what I was eating and stuff, and I was still going to the gym all the time and working out and, trying to watch what I was eating. But unfortunately, with the band being removed, the thing that the band doesn't do is it doesn't control your hunger or your appetite. So you still have the feeling of being hungry and you still have an appetite. And so with the band, I was able to control how much I ate at a sitting, but without the band, you can't control that. So I was eating things that I shouldn't have been eating, and I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, but I was still going to the gym every day, not every day, about 4 or 5 times a day, and working out and really trying to maintain my weight, which is why it was shocking to me that I gained all that weight back so quickly. So then I tried to have a revisional surgery. So I, applied through my insurance company, which was not the same insurance company that did my lap band, for a revisional surgery. And they denied it, saying that they only do one bariatric operation in my lifetime. So I was confused by this because they didn't do the initial surgery, but they considered removing the lap band as my bariatric surgery, and therefore, even through the appeals process, it did not get approved. So I had pretty much hung up hope that I would be able to have a revisional surgery because I didn't have the $10,000 to lay out to my doctor to get it done. So I signed up for this weight loss program through the gym. And it was a 5-month program where basically you work out with a trainer 5 days a week, and they put you on a diet and exercise plan. And I was like, okay, great, I could do this. I'd seen people successfully do this before and lose, 60 to 100 pounds in the 5-month period. Well, about 4 months in, I had lost 3 pounds. And I'm telling you, I was logging what I ate every single day. I was more disciplined on this program than I had ever been on the lap band. I was working out more than I had ever worked out, harder than I had ever worked out in my life. I was literally killing myself. I was to a point where I was vomiting and, lethargic and just, I can't even explain the workouts. They were grueling. And I lost like 2 pounds. I was down to about 1,200 calories a day, and I was not losing weight. So before anybody says, well, weight loss surgery is an easy fix, or, you took the easy way out. No, I tried the hard way. I tried to eat right and lose weight and work out and kill myself and starve myself and, all the other things that people say that you're supposed to do. I tried paleo and low carb and no carb and, high protein and all these things that you hear people talk about are successful. And unfortunately for me, for whatever reason, they simply did not work. So fast forward to now. I got a new insurance, and a new insurance, and I went and got a new process. I went through the process again to get approved for the surgery. Luckily, I didn't have to do everything all over again, because for any of you that have gone through this process with the insurance company knows that there are a lot of hoops you have to jump through before they will approve your surgery. You have to, for me, with my insurance company, both of them that I actually went through, you have to go to cardiology appointments and pulmonology appointments and nutritional counseling, and you have to have all kinds of EKGs and blood work and all kinds of stuff done